side. Bricks on the side are adorable, aren't they? I drew those myself. Yeah, right. Right? They're nice. They're great. They're great. Rear. God, you guys. Oh, you sound like you're getting hit with a brick.
Those are some fancy bricks.
Let's see if I cut
Dude,
this
I
one.
wanted to go before when you were started from the bottom. Now we're here. When you were saying before, got to start from the bottom.
Holler.
Holla.
Wow, look at that one. I tell you what, I am good. Okay. This is our chimney. Alright. Same thing as the other one. What do? Start from the bottom. Get a nice little piece of flashing here. Done this a couple of times now. And every time I do this, I forget my knee pads. Ow! Okay, so what did we learn from the last one?
First thing, do your diagonal, or do your...
Gotcha. What's that? Panic. We know that, right?
Yeah.
We said probably be a good idea if we ran that all the way out this side, right? So that when this goes on there, it looks pretty
You
decent.
said 4 inches? Is that what you
Yep.
said?
Should be the width of this right now. And hold that in place.
I feel like a city worker now.
Oh, that's a production chair. You gotta pay to sit in that chair.
Where are you? West, what? Okay. So, got there evened out. Pretty decent. I dig it. This looks gnarly. We're looking good. Okay. Got a little lines up the backside here. Okay. Don't want to make this. I just put some lines up the backsides here. You can see. So, we can do this little deal right here. We're pretty close to a 45. Same thing over here.
I was trying to get a hammer for it on camera.
If you got your seamers, you can always try to take that seam out, like flatten it a little bit. Do one of these deals if you want to. Just trying to really flatten that baby out. Not too crazy though. These things are great though. Hand seams.
Really nice crisp edge.
It's crisp, sharp. Yep. Alright. We know we got the lines in the back. I can pre-bend them. These things don't have to be left full tab like this. Some of them, if I got a good throat, like the ones I have at home, these things can go in like almost 2.5 inches. Now the throat on it is much deeper. This one here is rather. If
They
you
make
guys
'em-
get stuck in it, here if this gets cut.
Do they make them one size or all different sizes?
They make these things. Oh, these are rather cheap pairs. But if you can make a pair like mine at home, they'll go into this this a little loose. Oh, no, I'll do it to both sides. I'm going to give it a little bit of a gap here. Line's there, but I'm going to give it just a little bit. Don't want to bend it too tight. Once you do that, it's kind of worthless. We had our practice around the side of the building on that, okay? Copy?
Nice. Wow.
Okay. Then the brown look a lot nicer.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of blends in.
White
here.
sticks out way too much.
Especially if you have brown shingles or tannish or something.
Yeah, absolutely. That would definitely like that, wouldn't it?
So what you're kind of doing behind is what you're doing now, right?
Yep, just doing that over here, except both sides. So, like I said, pull it up tight, get her snug.
So what if that's break?
What's that?
What if that's, well, that chimney is going to be breaking.
Oh, yeah, if you need to pin this in there, they make little tiny hardened nails. They're not cut nails. No cut nails, okay? They do make itty bitty tiny little hardened nails. They're tension nails, is what they're called. Tension. Tension nails. They're very, very, very strong. Little short 1-inchers like that. This will go pound right into mortar. So if you got the brick there, all you need to do is just get a couple tacks of these in place here. Bam, bam, bam. You're gonna hit that right in the mortar. Just put a little goop on top of that. You're in good shape. Okay?
If you use your nail gun, you shot your nail gun into the mortar, would it stick or no?
I've never done that.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Highly suggest not shooting into mortar. Okay? So what's our next step?
Would the collusion
These
the
deals,
mortar?
right? These little deals, right? Okay? Yup. I like that.
Wouldn't it
This is
come?
right- What's that?
Wouldn't it come a little loose if you shot it into mortar than the brick?
I mean, you use
'Cause
tap
mortar,
guns
like
in a
I see,
mortar.
mortar kind of loosens up
Because
after a
they're
while.
threaded.
Yeah.
They're threaded. Okay, so I'm going to put this in place. I'm going to put it right about where the gullet goes. That mark on the back side there. No, really? Cut this off so that I can get this whole throat in there. Once again, we've learned today that they make an accordion flashing that goes along there.
Sponsor of Joe.
But, as he said, what happens if you don't have that? He says,
Default.
do what you did right there. And it's like, exactly. You got options out here. You know, like I said, you can have all these parts, but if they didn't deliver them, well, you might be screwed. Okay? Cool. So, what are we doing prior to nailing this? Yeah, we're going to get our caulk on there, right? Our adhesive, our sealant, our roof cement, all of our good stuff. Yep. Whatever stuff come out in the year that you're doing this. Okay. We're going to take this and we're going to glue this up. And why do we care about that? So we're at that little weak point right there, right?
Water don't get
Okay.
underneath.
Yep. So we're going to glue it all here, all up the side, around the side here, make it a nice professional, watertight. And we're going to go. Squish that little baby in place right there. And we're looking like we're ready to rock and roll over here.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. Of course.
You know, up on that house up there,
Yes.
you did that corner with that barrier.
Yes.
You went one way and then you went back the other way.
Yep.
And it practically covered the whole that corner.
It did.
Is there a way to do that on there so that you don't have to?
This is brick. This is masonry. Not going to happen here.
But I'm saying with like the flashing material,
Oh.
like how you use that material and basically went like one direction and then you went the other direction.
We're pretty much doing it here. We really are. I mean, if you look at that, look how we rolled. We cut that. We had to split this. We had to split this, and all I did was lay one down and fold the other around, and then the other one we laid right on top of it. Remember? We went like that, laid right on top. That's exactly what the flashing is. Remember, we cut that on a 45. I wrapped it around, and I wrapped this one down, and then I ran the other one here. Just we ran it half.
So that's
What we're doing.
that 45 that you cut, you wrapped it around. You said you
Wrapped
can.
it right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can also cut it, right?
Yeah, just
okay.
like I did here. Check
Okay,
it out. Can
okay.
you see the profile? of it?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the lines of it's caulk. What's the rating on that after so long? Will it deteriorate?
This stuff here, it's really, it's gained by leaps and bounds. This stuff here.
By OSI,
It's,
that's the best stuff.
There you go. This is from '84 lumber, so that tells you how old this is. Okay, there's still one in
It is good
that I
stuff.
know of.
What's that?
OSI.
I think there's one
Those
over in
Home
here.
Depot have
Somebody
it?
said that one
Yeah.
on 82 is still open.
It's like $6 or $7.
Yeah, there's one
been a
at 82 I
while.
was in there the other
But
day.
this stuff rating, it's gonna last you a long, long time. By the time you're gonna re-roof the house, you might have to re-hit it again. Yeah. But this stuff they make it anymore now. I mean, you're getting 15, 20 years out of it max. Okay. Cleaning up our mess, making sure we don't need a big old pigsty up here. Cool. What do we got here? We got a couple of cutoffs, right? Okay. We know we want to put that in place. Flip it over. It's going to give us our full. Coming over here to do this. Gotcha. You really want to put that cricket up, don't you? Cricket saddle. Hey, who is, are we getting the Browns? When do they, their draft starts tomorrow, doesn't it? Thursday? What do you guys say? What are we gonna get?
Defense guy here.
You want to borrow my knife? It's just new blade in it.
Were they? Sounds like it. What do you think about that?
Second thought,
That's that?
how much that renovation would cost? Did you see it? No. I don't watch the news that much, so I'm not really informed.
More steps. All typical stuff
Wow.
we've learned already.
Must be on glass.
if that was bricks, so that's what you'd be using, those little.
I'm going to get a trick here once we get on the other side.
What? Wow. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
And that's just the Q transformation, not what the cats said they're gonna replace.
Wow. Good lord. That's a lot of money. 140 million?
On top of that, the cats are replacing 22 gymnasium floors in rec centers and city schools.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Spread it out. What was it, 140?
Just in the Q transformation project.
You guys some entertainment over here.
Jointly funded by the county, Cleveland, and CAFs. CAFs have 50% of it.
Brought this over. It works, boy. Okay, should I put the shingle on first?
That blew off the roof.
No,
Why?
because you have to pop it.
Okay.
So they weren't off with water.
Gotcha. So we're gonna goop, 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 goop. And then put the shingle down. Right? No? Then we can do that, right? Why not? Because there's a big old hole there, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Metal on metal. Yep. How do we know what height? We line it up with the top of the shingle. Okay. Did you get it?
Almost.
Okay, I'm just gonna step some shingles in here because I'm running out a little bit. Bring that back just a little bit. I don't want that. Bring that back just a little bit. Did I nail that damn thing on the church? It did. Thanks for telling me. Sure. Okay. Sure did. That shingle right there. Oh. No biggie. Do you see how repetition is your instructor here? Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
It's not hard.
No.
Not really much hard.
It looks hard when you look at it on a regular roof.
Well, it looks like a big old jigsaw puzzle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not.
On ours, they didn't use caulk, they used tar.
Yeah,
Is that
that's usually a
good?
sign of a. Is it like brushed on with big old strokes and stuff like that? It's usually
No,
a
it looked
simple
like
one.
they used like a trowel, like a small one.
No,
Like a
I
trowel.
gotcha. Yeah, if it's controlled, but if somebody just went it makes it, they kind of usually a signal that I don't know where this goes, so I'm just gonna put a lot on there. Volume ensures quality. Okay, we're getting close. Okay. So, what can we do here? All kinds of good stuff. Now we know if we go past there, we're past. So what do we do? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just like what we did here.
Yeah, we
Just
can do
what
the
we did
opposite.
here. Do the opposite. Okay, that's exactly right. Okay. I'm gonna put this around. I might go back here and I might mark this.
Cut it along the crease.
What's that?
Could you just cut it along the crease and wrap it around them?
Okay,
in that
so
situation?
you're asking just cut it right here? Or cut it here?
Here.
Okay. I personally like to try to get as much coverage, so I always try to kind of come up at an angle.
Okay.
I try to do that. And let's see why. Okay. So if we do that, this little, it's not perfect. Work on it. So I don't have to hold it. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so you were asking if we could just cut it straight along this line down here and then just fold that whole top around. I'm gonna actually cut out that portion that's actually got the little bend to it, because that'll give you all kinds of guff later on. Is that what you're talking about? Like that?
Yep.
Okay, dig it. Alright. We got both of them. We're gonna keep moving along here. We're gonna find out which one's better, okay? Alright, that's the game plan. Alright? Now what we gotta do is, we gotta come across the top here. What we're gonna do is bend an entire piece of aluminum that goes across the top here, just like we did across the front, so it is across the back. Same thing, except this one's a much harder angle, right? And we need to let it run long as well. Gotcha? Measure this length here. 29 through.
I've seen guys do it both ways. That's why I'm asking.
No, dig it. No, totally cool.
The 45 makes sense to me. So does that way if you got it covered. I don't know.
Looks like it doesn't matter because it's going to be,
Back piece,
it's going to cover, it's going to
it'll
cover.
be slit like the same way. And this overhang will be here, and then it'll wrap around here. And you'll see it wrap around here.
Go ahead, man. That's fine. Keep braining it out.
to take a picture of you eating.
Again?
I'm grown boy, man.
What is that called? Like a top flashing? or-
Flashing, yeah. For lack of a better term, call it that. Get my one cut over here. You see what's happening though? Shingles are coming in down here. Shingles are going to be wrapping up. Water can't go into the back there. You want this sticking out a little bit further, like this, so the water runs out, runs on top, goes down. Okay. Let me get this side cut. Do you see how stuff flashing, or just like this kind of stuff here? Not tedious, but just definitely time to, take your time kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Shouldn't take you all day, but definitely not something that you want to rush.
Now, is there guys that'll use a whole piece like that on the side?
Yes,
Because I could have swore I've seen some
I
that.
will show you
It's not right.
3 or 4
Correct.
different ways of
Yeah.
doing that. Well,
And
right.
that's not correct?
Right is a matter. Let's not think of it as right and wrong. Let's think of it as, does it work or not? How about that? I can tell you that that's wrong, but it also doesn't leak. So it's right. You know what I mean? It's okay.
I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure that's on my roof. It's all one.
I'll show you. We're gonna do it. I'll show you how we do it. Some people do it that way. Here, maybe we can tighten it up.
Yeah, we want to leak test it. Garden hose.
Put our gutters in.
Leak test it. Do that. I'll put water in it. You will expose your leaks and then you're back to fixing it. Okay, so we did one way, one the other way, okay? Okay, so what are we gonna do here? Just go on next? Well, looks like we're seeing a little exposed flashing over there, huh? Shingles.
There's like 3 or 4 bundles there.
Alright, let's see what's going on better.
Up by the concrete.
Oh, no, one of them. Oh, one of them's a 3-man.
Triangle.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. There's just more on this side.
Yeah.
So, let's get a couple of shingles going across here, huh? Now, let's see here. We're going to try to span across this whole thing. Get my 6-inch cheater right there. Point that up against there. It's going to end right on that one. Shot. See how close I got it.
My battery died.
So if we leave it just like that, obviously what's going to happen? Nothing good.
You know how to do that.
Here, watch.
No, I'm gonna go upstairs.
You go like this. When it's clicking, it'll stop.
Ah.
So if you pull it from the flicks down the hole.
Oh, okay.
Just because you're going to say something. How that cut wasn't that good. My happy day. Okay, what do you think about this, huh? So what do we do here? Does this go on first? Should we put this on first? Why not? Should we go on first?
You're shutting under the flash.
Alright. There you go, baby. Think about how that water's coming in. Okay? On top, on top, on top, on top, on top. Right? This is going on top, it's hitting that, it's going to pull it off to the side, and it's going to kick out. Run these things out wide, so that by the time the water comes out like that, it runs down and away. By the time it comes out, it's down here and away. Okay? We don't want to cut it right here. You can see why that would be kind of a greasy little situation. Yeah, you got that little leak right there, that little absence that's down there. The same thing. Okay, not something you want to do. If you can, kick it away and you go off to the sides. Okay? So let's set it up here. Same thing. Can you get some marks over here? Where we gotta go? We gotta go from here to here, right? Alright. Same thing as the other one, right? So if we got it there, so it makes sense that we're gonna fold those ears down and we'll have a nice crease going from there to there. Does that make sense? Yeah? And something this big, give yourself a cut for a cheater. Rip this down, that deal. This is the kind of time where you're up on the roof and you're like, am I really gonna go down and try to fit this on the brake? That'll be alright. See how we can give yourselves those starters right here and there? See how it bends like that, nice and easy? It really tries to follow the line. Look at that nice and sharp, just by doing it by hand. Okay, try doing that without making those little starters. It's really come out looking a little rougher. Probably I can pull it off really well, but you guys
You can't even cut straight.
that really hurts.
I do not like it when you say that to me.
Gotcha? Okay?
Oh, man.
It does not please me.
Therapy session.
It's very angry with my father.
Got to see one of those. Nails. Thank you. Not these ones. Are you? Oh. Thought you had the other ones.
Now what we can do is come as close as you can to hitting your line. Pull it in there. This is where you're like, okay, get here. And line up that in there. This is where we're talking about more. When we're intersecting here. What's that? When we're intersecting
Throw one over here to see where it's at.
two different kinds of flashings. Once again, you got our critical juncture right there. We're going to cool the hell out of that inside here. We're going to come wiping up the back side here. Hold up, I'm going to pull this out a little bit. I'm going to get a nice V behind there. Get that
guess after like caulking and everything, it doesn't really matter.
What's that? Seems like they're pretty damn easy. Or pretty damn similar, don't they? Seem pretty similar. You know what? Did you ever notice that when you learn something? Your brain's purposely. They say the best thing, the healthiest thing you can possibly do is when you learn something new, is to immediately take a nap. Your brain digests. It gets rid of all that extra garbage, and it helps you digest exactly what you learned. That's why.
Now it looks like we got lucky when we did this. That this happened to set. It happened to set where it was. What would we do if it was like an inch higher? Would it cause problems for it?
All
Okay.
you do is cut it. You could just, even if you had to cut this out 2 inches.
Okay.
2 inches, they had to just sit
Okay.
down there a little.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
You know how we did?
Okay.
We got our notch
Yeah.
marked,
Okay.
and back over here, it can be the same thing. Like, say it was about right there.
All right.
Get our notch on this side,
Yep.
bring it over here, get our notch, see where to go,
Okay.
and then just like slide it on, like
No,
a
it's
shoe or
legit though.
something.
We got pretty damn lucky. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna cheat and use my little 6-inch knockout right here. I'm gonna tap right onto my tops of my hoo-haws here. We're ready to roll. Okay, we are getting topped out now. Try to choke too many.
Ridge vent will cover it.
Haven't done that yet. Okay, you know what? I'll do a ridge line over on this side. Separate piece. Okay, so we get to the top. This is the roof. This is the ridge line right here. Okay, this is the top of the roof.
How wide do you make a ridge vent about? I mean, do you
We'll
cut?
get it. I'm
Okay.
gonna go grab
Okay.
this. I'll show you. They're all different manufacturer sizing. Okay, but what you're always going to do is, well, per the manufacturer, you're going to give a 2-inch, typically opening on the top. Okay, going to come down per the manufacturer's instructions, whatever they are, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, whatever. But typically, you're going to come down 2 inches from the center of the ridge, and you're actually going to cut this plywood out of here. This plywood gets cut out, creating this little 1-inch little strip of air, and this like little 1 1/4 inch strip of air on either side, and that's where it allows the air to escape through this stuff here called a ridge vent.
I think it depends on if there's a stud going across the top. If they have the actual like. If they have the ridge board in there.
Well, it's also going to depend on which kind of ridge vent you're putting in. Okay.
I like the Cobra. The
You got the rolled stuff.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. So where you guys? Anybody got their hand out with them? Put this in here where it talks about the flow, the airflow. Oh, it's not in this. Where's the ice dam stuff? Oh, that's on the other one. Here, stand by.
Those things got pretty good long runtime headphones.
Yeah. Every time I learn something, I immediately need to snap.
Yeah.
Like if I learn something that I'm very interested in, I always got to sleep right afterwards.
Oh, here. I think I got two.
Did you go? Oh, did you? Oh, thank you. Right. Okay, here, if you guys go to the back page here. Excuse me. Back page here is this one we were talking about before. You see the airflow? It goes in the soffit and it goes out the ridge. Okay? Once we get up to the ridge, this is where we need that flow. We need this cold air, hot air coming in, whatever. We're trying to keep airflow moving through the attic. We don't want mold to be growing up there. We want to help regulate that temperature a little bit. So we're going to cut this roofing back a little bit. We're actually going to cut this sheeting back, and this is where we introduce our ridge vent. Okay, this is ridge vent material. What this stuff does, this is perforated. There's a hole. It's got a hole right there. It's got this fabric, so bugs can't crawl up these little openings to get inside your house. But this is fluid right here. You can look right through here. Okay, that's fluid. What this does, this stuff right here is fluted. Okay. Yeah. Air can go in here. It can come out of the ridge. It can go through these holes and exit out this way. Okay, in or out, whichever way it wants to go. Typically, it shouldn't affect going up. Okay. This fabric here, so no bugs can get in. This gets nailed down right across where that opening is. This slit going across there. Okay. You nail this down. Pow, 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 pow. This is one type of ridge vent. My preferred one. I like this one. Okay. Very, very simple stuff. Okay, ridge vent. This is another method here. Not really a big fan of it. Just seems just way too complicated. I've never had anybody been able to argue successfully with me that this is a superior system. This also just holds this top cap up in the air, and this allows the air to enter from the sides and then go in down to the ridge vent. To me, it's just. What is that?
Sounds like a Chevy 5.7 or something. I don't know.
Gotcha. So here's another type of ridge vent, okay? To me, this is all just a little bit, it seems just a little bit too, it looks like a solution for a problem. Not a big fan. Your mileage may vary.
It doesn't have the little screening for the bugs either.
Yeah,
It probably did. It probably just got
it has like a fiberglass mesh underneath. It's fucking pain in the
It
ass.
sounds like it's difficult to work with.
The Cobra vent, it just comes in a roll and you roll it out. It's really easy.
Yeah, it depends on if you
I don't like that stuff.
You don't like
No,
Cobra?
this stuff here,
Oh.
yeah, Cobra vent, this stuff here, there's a very similar stuff, and all it is just like a mesh. Just like a mesh, like a screening, chaotic screen system. Except it's like this wide, and it comes in a big roll. It's beautiful.
It's simple,
you
isn't it?
unroll it?
Yeah.
You put it down like this, pow, pow, pow.
Simple.
And then we go ahead and we run our caps on top of it, which we're about to do. Okay, it's incredibly easy. This is just as easy if you ask me. This comes in, I think this comes in rolls too. Perhaps, I don't remember at this point. But that stuff there, that stuff, so if you use it, you get it for free. You got a hell of a deal with it on Craigslist, and by all means, use it. But I got no love for this stuff. Okay, so once you get to the top,
Is that a wall?
what's that?
That's a wall, right?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah, exactly. That's why we're going to talk about kickout flashing and how you got to properly terminate flashing. Some people think that it's all over once you just get done doing your flashing. I pop almost every single contractor on that stuff. Not one of them has ever even heard of it either. So what you're going to do is this stuff here, I think this is like 11 and a half. So you're going to measure down 6 inches either side. Just side of that, you go to the center of the ridge. You're going to measure down 6 inches. Right here. My buddy's coming over here. He's going to hold the other side of the tape. My buddy's going to go over there and hold the other side of the tape. I don't have any friends apparently. Nobody's standing up on that side for me. That's okay. No, I wanted a friend over here with me. So we're going to snap a line like this once you get up to the ridge. Thank you. Okay. So, about 3 feet from the edge of the ridge, 2 feet minimum, you don't run your ridge vent all the way to the end. Okay, you start it a couple feet in, check your manufacturer, but 2-3 feet in from the end, it doesn't make a hill of beans a difference if you give an extra 6 inches this way. Okay, because your ridge is going to be 25 feet long. What's an extra 6 inches? That's quite you're going to want to use longer nails for this because it'll tip in. Don't really need to go too nuts with this because we're going to nail the shingles down on top of this. And let me show you how to make caps. When you're making caps, I'm going to show you here. Let me just whip out a few and then I'll show you guys. You're just going from that gullet line in. With a nice sharp razor. Okay? That's it. There's no magic to it. It doesn't really matter how much. What it is that this edge is just in just a little bit. That's all you need. Okay? So you'll always see somebody's going to start doing caps at the end of the job if it's a regular 3-tab. Okay. And I'm not cutting all the way through the shingle. Pretty much just scoring it. Pretty much just scoring it and then cracking them off. Don't need to go ahead and waste all that energy and that power. I mean, I can do it very easily, but you guys are going to struggle. Mike can't even give me a smile. Can't even give me a smile. Dude's holding like a sphinx over there. He ain't even going to give me a single emotion out of this whole thing. Okay, guys. Going back to this is where you're topping off the roof and you're done, okay? This is a very happy part, okay? Everybody likes this because caps, okay? We're capping off the roof. So far, we've gone from all the way to the bottom, our drip edge, our bottom, wrapping our corners. We went and did our step flashing all the way up, did our step flashing along the wall here. We found out how we went around a chimney right now. Now we're coming all the way up to the ridge. This is the last part of the entire job, okay? Prevailing winds. Which way did the winds come? Which way are the winds coming from? Primarily the north and the west, right? Okay, remember we were talking about the overlap? Okay, when we do caps, we snap that 6-inch line going down there. This cap starts right here, okay? And we're gonna put a nail right behind that tar strip. I'm not gonna bury it because I gotta take these out, okay? Because when I put this one down, I'm covering that. We're going with 5 inches of coverage, or 5 inches exposure, excuse me. Essentially what I'm looking for, I'm kind of eyeballing where that gullet line was, remember? So we're looking at about 5 inches of coverage here, and that's right about where my cut stops, or where my cut planed out right there. Okay? No, and it doesn't really matter if you're off, you say 4.5, whatever. What you're trying to do is make sure that these are nice and straight. Okay, so I'm going to put a nail here. And I'm going to go ahead and nail down this side as well. Okay? So they're going to help visualize with me a little bit. I'm kind of just following that chalk line best I can. This is up on the roof, 2 stories, 3 stories. Is anybody really going to see it? No, but you know what I mean? Try to hold as best we can. Okay? We're starting in this direction and we're working our way west. Right? Or we're starting south and we're going to work our way north. Why is that? Because the winds are coming from that direction. And look at our overlap. Okay? The winds are going to hit this and it's going to go right over top of that and go down. Do you see if I had them scalloped and laid out the other way? If we had them laid out this way, or we started laying them out this way, and we were going backwards, yeah, you see how these things would be much more likely to catch wind and rip off and like take water, you know what I mean? You guys picked it up pretty fast when we were talking about doing the siding. Okay, the winds are going to blow in here, more chance to go in there. Is that overkill? Is that overthinking it? Probably. Maybe a little bit. Maybe you might put these on, you're going to get a windstorm that night. You know what I mean? There's no reason not to. It doesn't matter if you got to start over there or over there. Okay? Yeah, but
They blow.
they blow, man. They blow. Yep. And if it doesn't matter, what's the difference? You got to put them on from one side or the other. It doesn't matter. Unfortunately, hopefully, maybe they might have finished that side all the way up top first. But you got to just wait. Take your time. Think about the overlap. That wind's going to come in here and smash here. We got these things going the other way. It might take them up.
What'd you say the prevailing winds were for here?
Primarily out of the north and the west
North and
in
west.
Ohio here, or in Cleveland area.
Why does it never go down?
It does, and that's actually how you calculate when you can get good surf waves up in Cleveland. You can actually see because what is it? They come counterclockwise. So yeah, so when you actually see them, they come in counterclockwise. You can actually see when the winds are going to be north, and when it gets really close, they're coming out of the south. That's why when you get stuff out of the east, you're like, ooh, weather's coming. This one here, like I might go ahead and just. I might trim this one off so I don't make this big old ridge right here. Definitely not a situation. You see how we just kind of just float right up on top of the ridge vent here? That's it, baby. Now we get the big old 2-inch nails here. Not all mixed up with.
I see houses that get 2 or 3 layers stacked up, like right in that center.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
No idea either.
These shingles, and they just.
Now see here, tar strip. Put this over here. The nail is behind the tar strip, so that when this seals, these two are sealed together. So no, wind can get in there, air can get in there, or rain get in there to hit that nail and follow it inside the house. Okay? So, and here's the magic about these things too. If you're up here, I just try to make this edge follow real good. If you're 3 inches, nobody's gonna care. It's just you just want to make sure that you're getting a good lap on that tar strip. And then you just keep on going. And this is how it's easy to calculate how many caps you need. Because we're going to do that in estimating class next week. Every 5 inches.
So that's all these are, like on roofs
Those
that
are
you see.
caps.
That's what those
Does
are.
that void your warranty if you use the caps?
What was that? What did you say?
Those are just cut shingles, like even on
That's all there
dimensional
are.
ones?
Yeah, dimensional ones they sell separately.
Okay.
They actually sell separate, and you actually still have to cut them. I think. What was it?
Does that void your warranty? Do they want you buying caps too?
I'm sure they.
Yeah.
I'm sure that it's their
Yeah, I
system.
figured.
But that's how you cap off a roof. Now tell me, does that look? It looks complicated when you see it, but when you see it here, it takes away all that mystery.
We'll put another layer on top.
It looks like you really don't need. It looks like you really don't need to come in. I mean, as long as it's not exposed. What's the reason for, cutting the top off like that?
Oh, clipping those angles?
Yeah.
Well, here, let's do this. Yeah. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Well, yeah, in that situation. But I'm saying if you just make it straight, just
Okay. If you make it, hold on a second, perfectly straight.
it's just an insurance policy or just okay.
Just like
It's
see how
just-
much longer that took.
Yeah. Okay.
Time is money, baby.
Yeah,
And you
okay.
all people know that.
I didn't know if there was
Start
an.
running, you can get a little positive.
Yeah.
And if somebody doesn't do them right, you can run a little positive. And they can actually stick out a little bit. Then you get like this kind of a deal here. and
Okay.
you're like, man, it looks like butt. It only takes a second to chop those off.
Do you have to put shingles on top of a cap?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What's the result, or what's?
Well, if you
the thing
don't, what would happen?
They get water in it.
Yeah, you're just gonna have shingled and shingled butt up to each other, right? You gotta have something to stop the water from going straight down.
And then, how big of a gap do you cut in the roof?
You said 2 to 3, right?
Yeah, it's like read your manual, whatever. These tell you whatever the manufacturer, because this one's like 14 inches, that one's 11 and a half. So it'll tell you how wide you put that hole with that strip. Usually we used to cut 2 inches from the center of the roof down either way. You got that 1.5 inches, so it lets you like 2 inches of full air. And if you got a house that's 50 feet long and it's got a 1 inch, 2 inch gap all the way down, that's plenty of plenty of air.
Most of those houses already got that little gap in the center, right?
No, I mean the new ones do. It's spec'd out now, and that's why when you come on down here and look at this, that's why you see this. When you look up at a roof, and you can tell immediately if it has a ridge vent, because you see it. You see what I mean? You see this little hoo-ha. Right?
Yeah.
You know, you can see the profile of it. And look at that side. That's what it looks like without it. And so you can see if this thing's been, if they've been modernized. Like, do they have, so you can immediately go in a house, you're looking at it, you're like, is this thing updated? They got soffit venting? Okay, then you look at the roof, they got a ridge vent? Okay, they got flow going on. Okay, shouldn't be, hopefully, much less possibility of there being like a lot of holes and all that crap in the attic.
Like that, at that end.
Yes. Yeah, but that end right there, there's no ridge vents. Over here, when you see that little stuff,
We're going to do counter flashing right on the side
I'm
of the
doing
chip.
that.
Okay.
As I walk up here.
See, my house didn't have a big enough ridge.
Yeah.
So then they put the can.
And that's what these are. And that's what those individuals. If you don't have a ridge vent, you at least want a couple of these babies out there. Okay, that's all these are. They're just big old here. Just vents, that's all. Yep. That's all they are. And they might just come out, we'll walk up there and just whack a hole in there, jam this down in place, flash right around it, just like we did that soil stack down there.
They would just shingle around it, or they would
Yep.
flash it.
No, this is shingle. Just like we did that one down there. Run around it. Every time we go around. Okay, the request was too. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do counter flash. So if you guys grab your handouts. Go to the first one. Here's something. My son says I hiccup like that every time I walk up. Yep, first one there. Okay, so you can see right here I got my brick laid out. Okay, brick. Okay, this right here, some guys gonna see. They're gonna grill up here and they're gonna big old tar thing, and you're gonna blah. You're just gonna tar the hell out of that thing and slobber tar trying to seal that beautiful brick, that gorgeous Belgian brick that you got up there. You know, been up there 100 years, vertical cut, gorgeous, and they just want to tar this whole thing and just blah. And when you see that big glob of tar on there, what's that tell you? That dude doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know where to tar, so he just, you know, can't.
It's kind of hillbilly, isn't it? Can I say that? As a
Not taking pride in his work.
So what we can do is. You can turn the page, and you can go to the second and third page, and we can actually knock out, we actually take the diamond saw, we cut it into the border. The second and third page, I think, on there, it shows you how we can cut out of the mortar. If you actually just take your, yeah, you can just take a grinder, a circular saw, whatever you want. You could just score right into that block, right into that mortar right there, and then you get yourself a piece of counter flashing like this. Okay, this is where your brick's beautiful. Go over there, you've got a nice black one here, black trim, dark one. Saw a dark purple brick today. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's absolutely perfect. I've never seen that before in my life. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut into here. I'm gonna score into this. And then what we can do is we can take this and we just actually just press this. This goes right into the mortar. Get a nice bead of caulk inside there, a really high strength something, whatever. And you're gonna take this and you're gonna push that right inside. That's gonna go inside that mortar joint, and then you can see the counter flashing. Get yourself another one of these cut. We're gonna run it up here. You might try to stagger these things all uniformly, have them overlapping. You might
just make, come up with this one here. I can cut it, bend up another one that goes up here, bend up another one that goes up there. Okay. Have these stepping down like this. And you can see the step flashing, and you can see that looks really, really sharp. And, in my opinion, that's the right way to do it.
Is there a way to do it without cutting into the motor? I'm sure
Cutting into the mortar?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's probably an inferior method, but
Well, it's subject to opinion. You can just give yourself a flat piece of stock, just a flat piece of anything. You said this is what you see in your house. Somebody just took a big piece like that and just gooped it on there.
I believe so.
Something like that. Yep. Okay, you're gonna see stuff like that. Okay, you tell me how much effort did this guy put into it, versus the guy who just cut a couple more pieces of this, and stepped them up there and made it look freaking stunning. You know what I mean? So I get it though. Time is money. So a guy put it up there, what's he going to do? He might put some Tapcons, he might put some nasty old cut nails in there. Okay? What if he puts like a really high beat of caulking on the back here? Some real, 100-year stuff. Okay, he caulks the hell out of the backside here and he gets a couple quality pins across there. Is that bad?
seems like you're not really you're adding another layer.
When you replace the roof, it has to come off anyway. And then the guy replacing the roof has to sit here and chisel that off. Mm-hmm. That's what I just had to do today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Seems like it's not really much different than what we have there. I mean, if it's going to go behind that, it's going to go behind that.
Well, here,
Right.
now you have, remember? This
Yeah.
has a positive, this has,
Yeah.
I'm going to gouge that out, and that's going to,
Yeah.
recess in there. And that's going to be flushed in there, and it's caulked inside there. It's like water is never going to get by inside there.
So
It's opinion.
Is that a different way of doing it than this?
Yep. Oh, no. This is always here.
That's base
This
flashing.
is counter flashing. So this is step flashing and counter flashing. Counter flashing can also be siding. Okay, all it is you got flashing, counter flashing. There's always a two-part system to it. There's that guy. There's that guy here in Cleveland.
I've seen them do like that, but then they step it to give it the appearance that they're step flashing.
Okay,
but then
I
they
dig
won't.
it.
But then they won't actually cut into the motor.
Yep. Okay. That's what I'm going to kind of try to mimic here a little bit, just for fun. Okay. Think of a what?
Green cutter.
Oh yeah, really? You got that open cutter? What the hell, dude? Look at your own shit. Okay, gotcha. Now, what he's talking about, you'll see some guys that are gonna
Make some steps on it.
do some horizontal. Oh, actually, not that.
I actually called my roof. I called him on it actually.
Yeah.
He said we're not gonna do that.
Like,
I mean, the price. I got a good price. So I just rolled with it. But yeah, I know it's not correct.
So if someone you heard someone do a roof for this and that, what's the things that you should look out for that they're doing it the right way?
Well,
Flashing.
you guys
Some
talk
people
to me.
like me, I could say, oh, I do it right, and you may say that you're doing it the wrong way. I mean, what are some pointers that are good to look out for?
Well, let's talk about it. Like what?
Well, make sure they're installing the.
What are some things we look out for if
water.
that guy says he's gonna do it?
Are you gonna saw cut the mortar joints or
No, I'm talking
that's
about
How do you do your flashing?
flashing? Yeah.
For the roof, make
How
sure.
do you do your flashing? Yep. Exactly. How would you do your flashing?
It looks nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can make this look like it's supposed to be there.
No one will ever know.
No one will ever know. Oh yeah, I can make it. I can make it all day.
Man, seen some crazy shit just in the past couple months. People like in the step turns way before the corner.
Right.
I've seen
Is this another good way of doing what
putting
you're doing?
a slap on
No,
there
he's showing
with
the
a
way you're
car.
not supposed to do it, right? Or
Something like that.
he's showing the scam way.
I've seen this way.
That's what you gotta watch out for. That's it.
So here we are. We're going to town here, alright? It's getting pretty close. And this one.
It's just, and I mean, down here, this is where you just start saying, some guys will say, well, what the hell? Why are you calling this a scam? There's nothing wrong with that system. So, this is where you gotta just use your judgment. What do you think is right?